Like, I've been waiting for this. Now let the games begin. Let the games begin. Believe me. I feel good, brother. I'm in Saudi. Like, I've always heard about this place, but to actually be here, I think it's kind of surreal. And to see, like, all the room for growth and all the innovation that's been done in the last, I don't even know, but just to see, like, I went to the world's largest studio yesterday and it blew my mind. The recording studios, the high ceilings, the green room, it was crazy because we have a recording studio in LA, but it's like 4 times bigger and it's quite impressive. I've came across a few Saudi artists. I thought it was dope. I like the beat selections that they were picking and their sounds. It kind of sound authentic to hear. And I want to see collaborations between this region and the States. Like, what would that look like? I'm an entrepreneur, and I think the knowledge that I got the most is from sports. Like being on teams and not always being the best player and sometimes having to just be the towel boy or the water boy. Like, in points of business, you're not gonna always be the focal point. You're not gonna always be the up front and center. And you gotta be okay with that. You know, if you really want to find success, you gotta have people that's better than you. You gotta have a team and, you know, real operators and people that get stuff done. And I think that's something that, you know, I've been trying to implement into my own businesses as far as like spearheading stuff and, you know, ideating and trying to innovate and trying to get people to buy into your ideas. It's not easy. Like, no matter who your father is or what position you are, people are interested in who you are, not who you're attached to or whatever. And one quote Kobe said to me was, being Snoop Dogg's son is going to get me in the room, but who I am is going to keep me in the room. And that's something that, you know, I hold close to my heart because, you know, he's obviously not here no more, and it's real. You know, people only really care about who you are for like the first minute, and after that it's like, who are you? So that's how I try to, like, you know, live my life. And I think growing up with, you know, my father being Snoop, it made me want to challenge the status quo. And I wanted to be more than just his son. You know, I wanted to be his business partner. As a young kid, I always wanted to do business with him, but I didn't know how to articulate that. And, you know, once I got of age and I felt confident enough, I expressed that to him. And he was like, you ain't ready. And I love that because it wasn't a handout. It wasn't easy. I didn't just get a seat at the table because I'm his son. It was no nepotism to this. It was real dedication and, you know, a desire to wanting to be a businessman. You know, I didn't want to feel like a liability. I feel like a lot of people and a lot of kids in, you know, positions similar to me kind of just, you know, are living. And I don't want to just live. I want to be an outlier, and I want to be someone that's, you know, taking things places that, you know, people didn't imagine. And I feel like, you know, working with my father, we've been able to push ideas to places where, you know, he's now the owner of Death Row Records, the label that he started with. And for years I would tell him, Dad, you should remaster Doggy Style and tell your fans, don't listen to the old one, listen to the new one. And they're going to do exactly what you say. And it was something similar to what Taylor Swift did, and Dave Chappelle did that, you know, same thing as well with his comedy specials. And, you know, creators are so, like, you know, in control of their destiny, and sometimes they don't know it because the record labels and the powers that be are so in control of the narrative. And I just didn't want to see that, you know, for my father. And, you know, he's been working so hard. He don't deserve that. And I think being able to collaborate with him and, you know, we push each other and, you know, question things and try things and, you know, be optimistic. It's always about reinventing yourself. And I think, you know, he's done a great job at that, and that's been something that I've been able to learn up close and really see, the hard work and the sacrifices that it takes to, be great. Don't be afraid to fail. Failure is good. You got to learn from your losses, and you got to take your losses like you take your wins. You got to be humble, and it's going to be ups and downs in anything, whether it's stocks, whether it's markets, whatever. As an entrepreneur, it's going to be ups and downs. You got to be cool at all points, and you just got to remain solid and just keep striving to be great. I feel like being humble is what keeps you grounded, and having people around you that love you and that's really going to give you good advice is going to keep you in it and going to keep you energized, and you're going to have that stamina that you need to continue your journey.